to another story that we're following, developments in Mpumalanga tonight, where there's a standoff in the ANC in the province. The Provincial Executive Committee is under pressure to hand over power to an interim committee. That's until an elective conference can be held. The PEC has reportedly said it will be able to take the province to the elective conference. ANC national leaders, though, have been trying to sort out problems in Mpumalanga after fights broke out at branch meetings recently. ANC Mpumalanga's acting provincial secretary is Lindiwe Nchalinchali. She joins us now from the province to talk more about the latest. Lindiwe, a very good evening to you. Thank you so much for your time. So you've got a part of the ANC members in Mpumalanga saying the PEC should not be in position ahead of conference, and in fact this interim committee should take over. And I was reading today that you don't agree. Why?
No, thank you very much. Let me greet yourself and greet our viewers at home. One, we must just confirm that as a PEC, there's still a decision that has been taken by the National Executive Committee that allowed every province not to be disbanded, or any region or any task team, because of the challenges of your coronavirus, where term of office lapsed. And you know very well that as a province, we were due to go to the PGC. But coronavirus struck and there was a first round of violence and we had to halt our PGM. But where we are, when we move from level 5 and 3 up to 1 now, we have started with the political gatherings, hence we're starting to prepare. But we've seen and we've received some communique from the certain lawyers where people want to interdict the conference. But as the ANC in Mpumalanga was saying, we are ready for our conference, and there shall be no task team that must be put. Every structure must take itself to the conference. And the challenges that we've experienced over the weekend as we start with our meetings, there were not challenges from the entire province. It's challenges in Nkomazi, and there were 2 wards, and even previously, we had challenges in eNCA. So what we said, it cannot be correct. All those that are affected in this sporadic violence and going and disrupting other branches, we said those members that their names are mentioned, they must go and be subjected to our constitution, which is going for EDC, and also that their membership be summarily suspended. But today, as I speak to you, we've got the task team that has been established by national office. Is you know that the NWC was here, and now the team is here. It's led by Comrade Zweli Mkhize and Comrade Nomvula Mukonyane and Comrade Dakota Lekgote. They are here. The reason is that there's a new membership system, and the Nkomazi sub-region, when they were supposed to be trained on the new system, they didn't. They walked out of the meeting, when have their separate meeting. But this new membership system, we're no longer using joining forms, so while you are online, and as you renew or you join online. And there's lesser role by RSCs or PEC, we go there as observers. A branch will appoint its own task team to run its conference.
Let me ask you this. You mentioned the Nkomazi and eNCA areas as particularly problematic. Is it ANC members in those places that are now calling for the establishment of an interim committee?
You are correct. You've seen it on other platform of medias where they were here when the DSG visited the province, and they were complaining about the communique between the office of the provincial secretary to their region, and also they were complaining about the conference sitting because they cannot proactively participate in the new membership system. The reason is that they were not trained. The new system gives you a role as a secretary. It gives a role to a scanner, to a branch task team that must facilitate the election. So they were disadvantaged. Hence, they felt as if the provincial office, it's not giving them the necessary attention. It's prioritizing the other 2 regions, which is your Nkangala and Khartsibande. So today, all branches of Nkomazi are here, and they are now taken through, and we're trying to resolve those issues. There's a team from national of organizing, which there will be presentation in terms of the new membership system, which is it's a thing that they lost a year or two ago, and they will be taken through on the new adopted guidelines, because the artists still believe that they still use the old system and yet we use the new system.
So on the national leadership's intervention then, you've already seen as recently as in less than 2 weeks, branch general meetings in Mpumalanga that have descended into chaos, some members arriving there armed with pangas and disrupting meetings. Do you think this intervention from Luthuli House will be able to bring an end to that sort of violence?
Definitely, I think it's going to assist us, because where we are now, every branch represented by its top 5, they are here with that task team. The big question is, why must you go and disrupt another meeting? Why must you go to an ANC meeting being armed? Because every branch must have its own meeting, and those intruders, which we call them hooligans or people that are moving around and threatening people, it cannot go uncorrected. And we are saying, as the ANC will deal with our own processes internally, but also we've called on police to come on board. How do you have 10 kumbis moving around, terrorizing people with pangas, with guns and everything, and they are not arrested? We are saying, let there be arrest. Unfortunately, I was one of the people that was affected when I had to realign the region itself. When the RCT was put in place, I was assaulted. There was never an arrest, and that those people are still continuing with terrorizing some branches. So we're saying, let the police come in, arrest whoever that must be arrested, so that we stop this violence. It cannot continue like this.
And the ANC quick final one has already had issues in the past about embarrassing court battles to do with outcomes of provincial elective conferences. I'm thinking mainly now of the most recent example in the Free State. There was an issue in KZN as well ahead of the 2017 conference. Do you think that when you do eventually go to conference as Mpumalanga, the integrity of that conference will be above any sort of scandal, any sort of speculation and question?
Let me confirm with you one thing. The reason there is a membership system is that our conference must be clean. Our conference must be without any doubt of ghosts participating in our membership, dead people participating here, or people that has never joined the ANC. That is why everybody will do it online, and we avoided gatekeeping, and we're saying every member has a right to participate, and every member must go to their branch and participate and nominate. So we're saying we'll go to conference, and we want to minimize any factional issues. Lobby groups are allowed, but don't be a faction that threatens people because you want to lead.
Lindiwe Ntshali, ANC Acting Provincial Secretary in Mpumalanga. Good to speak to you tonight, ma'am. Thank you.